Hey Gilda, here we are again. Time for an update. It's been a while. River's going down. It was up pretty high this year. Not as high as the first year. Came out to just the base of that tree stump, so probably it's gone down about 30 feet or so. It's been dry, not much rain. Grass is pretty brown. Fire pit's quiet. Things are coming along though. We keep getting items donated from friends. This bench has got some stories to tell. That came from my friend Bev. And we have a graveyard of plants and trees and shrubs that Brian and Tara give us every time they get tired of their old dead plants. I try and bring them back to life. This is the horseshoe pit, also known as the graveyard. So, a couple cedar globes that I'm nursing back to health. Didn't plant them at the best time of the year. Those two dead looking things on either side of that globe are Japanese willows. And they didn't get planted at the best time of the year either. But, on a good note, my Virginia creeper is doing amazing. It's going to grow up and cover this stump. That'll be cool. And this year we got the hooks put in for the hammock. So it goes between these two trees. Not much time for hammocking, but it fits perfect. And this is still where the outhouse is going in behind these trees that are being stored for another day. There's the hole. It's in a culvert, so we just got to build the building. It'll look good back here in the corner. Pecker pole's still standing. Hope I'm not making you dizzy. That's it for the landing. Haven't done much down here this year. But I'll give you a little tour of the grounds. We're gonna have some action happening here any day. This swing we used to have down on the beach by the river. But when the river came up so high, we removed it and put it in this little corner. I kind of like it there. So it just may stay there. That was an old swing that Kelly gave us. It was one of those old gold things that I painted black. And then I got cushions for it so you don't see the white part. And as we go up this way, that's an apple tree. And some friends of mine gave me those hostas to plant, so I put them underneath the apple tree. So they're hanging in there pretty good. And I planted 2 blueberry bushes this year. Hopefully they'll do well. That damn plum tree, I think this is its last year. There's so many plums on that thing. It's bent right over. And I got a rake holding it up, but I don't think she's gonna make her. That's okay, I'm not a fan of those plums anyways. I've gotta give you a tour of my garden. And we'll run the gauntlet of the sprinkler here. So my zucchini and cucumber are doing exceptionally well. For sure. And tomatoes, if those tomatoes ever decide to grow, we're gonna be canning something. Uh-oh. Sprinkler. Zucchini We've already had a feed of that. Another sprinkler. Another view of the pecker pole. Gotta make a run for it here. Now, here comes tomorrow's project. As you can see, there's an excavator. So right where that excavator's sitting is where Terry's going to put a container, 20-foot container, and that's where he's going to put all his work stuff. And then we'll side the container and stuff to make it match and look like part it belongs. Because I don't want something that says big box on the side. So tomorrow this is going to get leveled. And it's going to be wide enough to put the container, and he can park his truck beside the container. We got to be careful though, because all this section here is septic field, so we can't go too far. And today 2 dump trucks full of rock came. This is what was delivered just as I was leaving for work this morning. And these are huge. The biggest one at the very back is right up to my shoulder. So we won't be moving these by hand. Crazy. What we're gonna do though with the leftovers, because I had a meeting with the excavator guy today, we're gonna take all the leftovers and make a line along here. So we'll scrape some of that dirt out and then make a whole line of rock and build that up and finish that off. And I think that dead tree's coming out tomorrow, plus the light green one in the back, and that pine tree's coming out. It's grown about twice the size since I moved in here, and but it's now going up into the power line, so it was going to have to come out eventually, which is too bad. Nice tree. And I don't have much else to show you outside. Inside anyways, I haven't done anything inside for a while. Took a pair of old boots and made them into a planter. Don't know if you remember those ones, but they were around in the Gilda days. Bear's still looking after me. Someday this section is going to be all rock worked in too, and then brought up to road height and another winter parking spot for me. But I'll give you a tour of the shop, which you probably haven't seen yet on video. This is the outside. We stained all that rough fur, and it's going to be finished with black metal siding. So that'll look pretty sharp. And Terry, and I helped build these stairs last year. There was no stairs down on this side of the house last year, so this is a treat. And then we're back down to the other side of the house, as you can tell here. We still got our little, we call it the 3-car garage over there. But that's where we put all our garden stuff and the quad and some slabs that I want to make a kitchen island out of someday. Here's the door to the garage. I love my door. And there's my loft up there. So as you can see, it's right beside the house. So there's the house, and there's the shop. And this little bastard of a squirrel, I don't know if you can see him, I just heard him, is shitting everywhere on my table on the deck. And he's driving me insane, as cute as he is. Little bugger. Anyway, we'll deal with him later. Right beside the stairs, we put in this rock wall, all by hand.